My mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips red. If snow be white, why then her breasts are dun. If hairs be wires, black wires grow on her head. I've seen roses damask red and white, but no such roses see I in her cheeks. And in some perfumes is there more delight than in the breath that from my mistress reeks.
Poetry? Oh, I hate poetry.
When you dissect something, it normally doesn't remain alive, and I think it's the same way with poetry.
I mean, I've never had a really good poetry class.
It's overanalyzed and it just becomes boring.
One of my teachers ruined Shakespeare for me.
I think most teachers have killed poetry to the point where it's not enjoyable anymore.
How would I explore poetry? The lighter.
When you bring up poetry, mostly you get groans.
No way, we hate poetry.
It looks like I'm physically torturing them, you know, as I'm teaching this. Like,
you know, I hope that I can make some of them stop groaning by the end of the semester.
a lot of the alienation between students and literature in general, whether it be poetry or whatever, is this feeling that this has nothing to do with me.
I really work to eliminate the pressure because I want everyone to share.
Every kid has his own particular approach to language.
Poetry is such a concentrated form of language, you know, that it's almost like a nuclear reaction, you know, where it's a chain reaction. Once one word hits the other and then it hits the other, there's an explosion, you know, and that's the beauty of it.
I think teachers should use diverse methods to get kids motivated and excited about learning poetry.
Part of teaching is a performance. I play in the classroom. I have fun in front of my students. I show my passion for the language and for the ideas. But all drafts have to be burned. That's why we set them on fire. The neighbor's cat looks for birds pouring slow through dark ivy where the shade thinks of winter. How long your bones have grown.
Joel is definitely set apart from all of the other teachers I've ever had. He really does diversify the learning experience for everyone.
You want to be able to capture them, and I think part of the way that you do that is using your voice as an instrument, I guess, of performance to get them excited.
Holy donut hole, Batman! It was awesome. You were great. But could I put that? Let's see. Holy donut hole.
I think he's a musician first, and he's incorporated that in poetry.
All those teeth shine in the mouths of dreams. They break china and headlights in the last night of jazz. The rhythmic qualities, the melodic quality of the tone of voice that you use. And I think I teach that way because I know that's the way I'm going to be able to get my meaning across.
He really turns us into poets, people who, quote unquote, see with their nerves.
Poetry is a sacred act. I don't pray, I write poems, you know. And I try to show them what a crucial act that can be.
Bringing the visual element into the classroom is critical. It's not just important, it's absolutely a necessity. They need to see it and hear it, you know, to fully wrap their head around, you know, whatever the material is, you know, particularly poetry. I do this poem by Joshua Clover called The Nevada Glassworks, which is all about atomic bomb testing. And I couple that with a video of atomic bomb testing footage.
Kablam! They're blowing peacock-tinted New World glass in southern Nevada. The alchemists and architects of Mom's duck and cover adolescence.
And it really helped all of us understand more about the poem.
You have such an interplay of, you know, sound and then the imagery, you know, and that all needs to coalesce.
He has also had us do things like the ransom note poetry, so where the actual poetry itself is visual.
Present it as an image, something that can be, you know, just easily assimilated into their, you know, into their intellectual realm.
Today they're going to be dancing a poem. And we're integrating 4 elements this time. Emotion, images, symbols, and meanings.
I think what we're doing with the colors and the dancing is really effective with teaching poetry because the students actually feel the poetry and have to move with it instead of just reading it and hearing it.
Poetry is in the spoken word as well as the living word through movement and dance.
Even though it's just creative writing, it isn't just writing. She tries to incorporate movement and energy into the class. And so we all really like that.
We're creating new ways to communicate that don't necessarily always have to be just pencil to the paper.
It makes us want to be around her more, makes us actually want to come to class.
Keep it fresh, keep it alive, keep it flowing.
My mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than the lips red. If snow be white, why then her breasts are done. If hairs be wise, black wise grow on her head. I have seen roses damask, red and white, but no such roses see. I in the cheeks and in some perfumes there is more of the light than in the breath that from my mistress reeks. I love to hear her speak, yeah, well I know that music cats the far more pleasing sound like ground. I never see a goddess go. My mistress when she walks treads on ground, and yet by heaven I think my love is rare as any belial with false comparison.